Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, Blind Fight Friday. So today's Blind Fight Friday is brought to you by one of our subscribers. Grego M suggested this one. So I had to go back out and buy a new wheel horse, and I got one with the label coming off. I don't understand what that's all about. But so, and of course I had to open it and sample it, make sure it wasn't poison. But so this is the...
I think I did already try it once.
You have too, yep. This is, and I made Steve retry it.
I might have been guilty on this one.
Wheel Horse 101 versus Wild Turkey 101. Now, way back in the beginning of our channel, I think we might have did a blind. I think we threw in the fighting cock with it or something, so. And we went at it. So, but it'd be good to go back and try these two again, because we haven't compared them in the longest. I actually can't remember the last time I drank Wild Turkey 101.
And neither one of us know what we're drinking.
Yeah, so these are regular Blind Fight Friday rules. So Mike poured for me. I was out of the room. I poured for him. He was out of the room. We may or may not be drinking the same one. You guys will know because I'm going to edit it.
This makes it 10 times harder.
It does. It does. But it also makes it 10 times better because this way it's a legitimate win, lose, or draw.
No, it is.
You know what I mean? And
my taste buds today, your taste buds today. We'll see.
Just that. We may pick the same one. We may not. We may be drinking the same one. Yeah, it's hit or miss. We picked a winner last time, I believe, but these are always fun to do.
Even the four-way one wasn't. We did all right.
No, right. Yeah, we hit all the bottles that time, right?
Here.
I'll tell you, this has a pretty good nose on my first one.
And I was going to say, it's sweet though.
Yeah, there is a nice sweetness on mine.
My one is sweet.
Although this is really good. I don't think we're going to have a bad one. I can tell you that because I do remember I liked both of these quite well. This is not my first bottle of either one of them.
Disappeared.
Yeah, more than once. I think this is my third bottle of these.
And no, that was evaporation pod on.
That was 100% me. Yeah, right. Well, the first one I kept going back to, going, man, this is really good.
And I'll typically buy that for me. It's a little sweet, not in a bad way.
He should have an unfair advantage on this one because you actually do use this as your regular drink, usually at your house. Like you buy this on a regular.
I didn't last night though.
Oh, well, there you go.
It was.
I did not either.
I had Evan Williams last night.
What did I have last night? All right, we're gonna switch. I'm gonna switch over because then we can A and B.
Well, I made sure this time we weren't doing them little 2-ounce pours or whatever it was because those are even tougher. And I think we had 4 of them.
We did. Well, because they were in a sample. We have one more. Right. We have one more of them games. But surprisingly, nobody watched it. So I don't know.
I didn't watch myself yet.
Ooh, this one's totally different.
Let's see. My 2 is.
Now, my
2 is stronger than 1.
My 1 had a nice fruity aspect to it. This one is more woodsy. Like it's more like the caramel oak. I'm not getting a fruit on this one. Total different flavor profile too.
It is
on the taste, like total different taste on my 2.
If on a quick guess for me, I think for me the bottles are opposite. If you care.
In a quick guess for me, I think the bottles are right. In my head, I'm trying to think back on. I mean, I did have this with Steve not that long ago because we were talking about other ones.
The last time, it was a while I had that one, a while ago. So, I don't know. It seems to be a little amped up fight a little more in my 2, which would lead me to believe, if I remember correctly, Wheel Horse was a little easier than Wild Turkey. But I did like the flavor.
And on my second sip, well, I'm going to have to go back. And again, I'm kind of talking myself in or out of what I think they are. I say that 2 drinks, like you just said, it drinks softer than what I just remember on Glass 1. But I think Glass 1 brings that fruit flavor, which is also a nice combination with the caramel. Like 2, I'm definitely getting a.
I guess in the nose is coming around in 1, but
two, I'm getting like it's borderline bringing me to like an oatmeal with a caramel
They're
sauce
both
in it or something
close
like
to
that.
100 or whatever.
Well, they're both 101.
Okay.
Both of them. I'm 90% sure wheel horses. Yeah, they're both 101. So they're the same exact proof. But
Oh, this spinny thing does shit for me. I can tell you.
what are you talking about? You can't see the legs on the glass?
No.
Like look at here. You don't see all of that. Like if you look at the like all the whole
Oh,
really?
it must be.
Oh, you got the magical glasses? It's right there.
I see it now.
It's all over it.
It's not going to help us anyway. They're both the same proof.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not unhappy with either one.
This is a hard one because, and I'm going to say, my glass one brings fruit in the front and it's a little bit oakier at the end. My glass two is like it's like an oatmeal with a caramel sauce or like a maple syrup in it. Like there's a nice sweetness to it, but it stays like woodsy. It doesn't bring any fruit to the table.
Yep.
And on the finish, it has a nice oak, but it's not as oaky as my first glass, as glass one. Now my question is, but it drinks way easier.
Your two?
My two.
My one does.
My two drinks way easier. And it's like, which one do I like? That's the hard part. It's not, I do think this is one and this is two for me, but I like these equally.
And I think it's
both.
opposite for me. But and that's going to be, so what flavor, what's the flavor of the day? You want the extra little spark or do you want like the easiness?
Yeah. And like
it still has, it holds on here.
I have to give, I don't know. I almost have to give the little extra fruit flavor, but I really like that concentrated oatmeal denseness that's in two. That's my problem. I'm not 100% sure that these are how my bottles are. I'm really torn on which one I want to say I liked better today. They're that close. So,
yes, so
the moral of the story is
noses
if you can't get one, so this one was $25.99 for the wheel horse, and this one was $25.99 when we bought this one. So price-wise, proof-wise, the moral of the story is no matter who wins, I mean, this is any given day. Yeah. I do think my glass two, I'm going to have to give overall drinkability for like the masses, not so much as the one that I don't know. All right,
I'm confused now because now I'm going back to back on nose, and now nose one is starting to crank in. I mean two rather.
I get a good nose on both. I get a different nose on both though. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go overall experience on this one just to see like finish. Neither one of them hang on for days. No. I can say that. It's a hit. It comes and it's out. You know what I mean? Like they're not uber long on a finish department. In fact, I think the knob we did the other day had a longer finish than this one does. That knob 120 proof that we did, you know? But that has a little bit better mouthfeel. And it has a longer finish. I'm gonna have to do that. I tried to go on. One has more variant of flavors because I get a little hint of the fruit in the front and a little oaky hit in the back, but the mid palate kind of just falls flat. Like there's not a lot of flavor that goes on. Where my two hits you with an explosion of flavor and it stays with you the whole way. It doesn't have that complex, different flavors, but it's a good concentrated flavor of what it is. No. So the overall experience to me, and the finish is longer. It's still in there with where one kind of comes and goes to me.
It does, and I'm kind of almost in agreement with two, but the nose is coming really around in two.
And I like one a lot, but one's a little sharper too. Like it hits me with almost a little more spice. Where two seems a little bit more refined and a little bit more. If I'm going to say which one was more expensive and I didn't know, I'm going to pick 2 as a better drinker. As like I would think I would pay more for 2 than 1, even though they're exact same price. To me, it just drinks better. Like the overall, it's not as flavor. I'm almost getting. That's weird. I'm almost getting a butterscotch now out of 2. And again, I don't know if we're drinking the same ones.
I don't either.
I'm giving 2 to nod for me. I believe, me personally, I think this is my 2, this is my 1, but I could be totally wrong on that. I'm 100% right on 2 is giving me a better overall experience on this drink for me. That's just my personal opinion. But again, your 2 might be my 1.
2 to me has a little more of a sparkle and a little more. Maybe it's an accustomed taste. I think to me the bottles are opposite, but I'm going to lean towards my 2.
You're going to go towards 2 too. So you think Wild Turkey's on your right, Wheel Horse is on your left. Okay, that's fine. And again, that's I really don't even remember.
Ease.
So we're going to find out when I can read the book down here. So I'll give you yours first then.
All right.
For fun. So
See if
when I poured it, I put Wheel Horse on your right and Wild Turkey on your left. So the way the bottles are was the way it is. So you gave the nod to Wheel Horse.
And I should have, because the nose was a little. There,
it just, again, to me, and I could be totally wrong on the bottles too. I have no idea which way you put the bottles, but
the
2
is close.
They are both phenomenal. Let's just put it that way. They're both very good. So how did you put mine?
I had Wild Turkey as 1 and Wheel Horses 2 for you.
Okay, so I had the bottles. So I picked
You almost had me convinced to change it too.
Wheel Horse and Wild Turkey. Yeah, no,
But
it's just,
initially, 2 drank more of a sparkle. And typically, when I drink this, I get
gives
that.
more of the.
But
the only reason I guess Wild Turkey on the first one is I always used to get a cherry off of Wild Turkey, and I got that initially.
right?
The more it sits in a glass,
everything comes
and
together.
this was definitely like Wild Turkey's throwing elbows for those of you that like that reference. Where Wheel Horse just seemed to it drank
today.
nice. Today just drinks nice.
It wasn't. It didn't hit me. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, these are both 2 very good.
They are very, very good.
$25, $26, under $30 bottles. These are right there.
And
you can't go wrong with them.
I would say 90% of the time you're going to see this one, maybe 80%. Wheel Horse
This one's
might be a little
bit
random.
less, but
at least in our area.
It's pretty around.
No, it is.
It is pretty
You
around.
may have to go to a second package store, but it might not be at everyone. But you go in here in our state, you go another mile down the street, and you'll find another one.
They're pretty regular. This is everywhere. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And in fact, if you haven't tried their rye is actually very good. That's a little harder to find usually. But
if they don't have the 101, they definitely have the regular.
The regular one. But but for $25, you can't go wrong with either bottle. No. This to me is just different because people like give you the frown eye on Wild Turkey sometimes. Some people are Wild Turkey haters because it's a biker's. It used to be the biker's drink. You know what I mean? Like people downed it. Like
it was Albert's drink.
Yeah,
and I used to shit on him all the time.
Right, but it you know what? Great pour for what it is. I don't know. Today, definitely, this was the winner because we both picked it, right? So that's a 2-1 win. So 2-0. We both picked it as our front runner. Yeah, I wanted to make sure. That's the one that won. So there you go. There's Blind Fight Friday. Thank you, Grego. I have it written down somewhere for actually.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody
that makes comments.
I do have them written down. So if you do have something that we have behind us, I had to go buy this again because someone drank it. But if you do have a suggestion on a future Blind Fight Friday, leave a comment down below. I appreciate it. I do write them down, and if I have to go get a bottle, we eventually go try to find it. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers. Subscribe. It is pretty tasty.
This was a delicious Blind Fight Friday. I will say, I love these. I really.